The Pearl of the Orient. The Philippines, a beautiful country, blessed with nature's abundance, overflowing with a wealth of natural and mineral resources. As we develop our mineral wealth for the benefit of our people, let's keep our country clean and green. We can do it through the technological miracles of offshore mining. Offshore mining is the only kind of mining that is truly green. From nearly a century of experience in countries like Japan and New Zealand, it's been proven to be environmentally safe and ecologically balanced. It has nil, zero, completely no bad effect on the environment. In fact, it even encourages the growth of marine life where there was none before. Offshore mining uses modern technology to extract mineral reserves from the ocean bed, such as magnetite iron sand. This sand is not native to the ocean. It was deposited into the ocean over many centuries of water runoff from mountain ranges on land. Offshore mining technology is simple. Ocean bed sand is collected using a siphon mechanism or a grab vessel with magnetic separator. Only 10% of the sand collected is stored as magnetite iron. This will later be processed on the vessel or on land. The 90% of remaining sand may be returned to the ocean. It will form iron-free sand mounts to serve as habitation for fish and other marine life. Together with Japan, New Zealand, and Indonesia, the Philippines is one of 4 countries located along the Pacific Arc who are blessed with billions of tons of magnetite sand deposits offshore. The other 3 countries have already made great strides towards industrialization with the help of their offshore reserves. Now, it is our time. With offshore mining of our magnetite iron reserves, our country can lay the upstream foundation for an integrated steel industry. Studies worldwide have shown that a steel industry is indispensable for the manufacturing sector. And it is manufacturing that creates the jobs and technology necessary to sustain long-term economic growth. The Board of Investments and the Department of Science and Technology have launched studies into the use of magnetite iron sand in steelmaking. This has encouraged investors to look at the feasibility of putting up an iron pelletizing plant. If the national government and local communities work hand in hand with the right vessel designers, process flow specialists, and experienced technical personnel, the Philippines may soon catch up with other countries in steel production. That's where JDVC Resources Corporation comes into the big picture. JDVC makes sure that all offshore operating areas are strategically situated. They are away from the shoreline, far from sight by people on land. All grab vessels are armed with Japanese technology that has been tested and refined over decades. JDVC has response equipment and personnel that are trained to address any possible emergency. JDVC also sees to it that all vessels are equipped with catalytic converters that are more efficient and release fewer emissions into the atmosphere. JDVC has engaged the services of a survey vessel from Singapore, the MV Falcon, to conduct sea bottom profiling and prove that there are presently no corals, fish, or any form of marine life in its offshore mining claim area. And since the magnetite iron sand is homogeneously mixed and processed with water, no dust can be produced during operation. Lastly, JDVC promises to look after the country's coastal communities with the same care that we have for our marine environment. With JDVC in the lead, our country can ride the next big wave of growth, fueled by offshore mining of our iron magnetite and other mineral reserves. Let's take the next step into the future. Let's harness our offshore mineral wealth so that we can also keep our country clean, green, and beautiful.
Ito po si Erwin Tulfo. Nakakabahala nga naman kapag nakikita natin ang mga ganitong larawan ng pambababoy sa ating kalikasan dahil sa mga irresponsableng proyekto ng minahan nitong mga nakaraang dekada. Naging masama ang pagmimina sa ating kalikasan. Sa serye ng video reports, titignan natin ang isang makabagong paraan ng pagmimina. Hindi sa lupa kundi sa karagatan o yung tinatawag na offshore mining na pinayagan na ng ating pamahalaan kamakailan. Ayon kasi sa pag-aaral ng mga siyentipiko, may trilyon-trilyong dolyar na halaga ng mga mineral ang nasa ilalim pala ng ating karagatan. Mas marami at mas malaki raw ang mahalagang metal na pwedeng minahin sa ating mga karagatan kesa sa makikita sa lupa o mga bundok. Pero ang tingin ng iba ay masama ang pagmimina. Totoo nga ba ito? Iginiit ng mga eksperto sa pagmimina sa buong mundo, hindi raw ito totoo dahil pwede pa nga raw tawagin na green mining o pagmiminang maganda at makakatulong sa kalikasan ng offshore mining. Kung ang tamang teknolohiya at proseso ang gagamitin, ang offshore mining ay maganda para sa paglilinis ng karagatan ng mga toxic emissions ng mga metal deposits sa tubig na naipon sa ating mga karagatan milyong taon na ang nakalipas. Dagdag pa ng mga eksperto, ang pinakamagandang halimbawa nito ay ang nangyari sa Japan noong 1900s hanggang maging isa sa pinakamaunlad na bansa ito sa buong mundo. Mahalagang malaman natin kung ano nga ba ang epekto sa karagatan ng kauna-unahang offshore mining project sa bansa. Ang offshore mining project na ito na nasa karagatan ng Cagayan Province o sa dulo ng isla ng Luzon ay ginagawa ng isang pribadong kumpanya, ang JDBC Resources Corporation. Marami ang tutulagad sa naturang proyekto. Pero bukod sa isyu ng kalikasan, nasa tuktok din ang isipan ng mga lider ng ating bansa ang epekto sa ekonomiya ng pagmimina dahil marami ang nawala ng trabaho at bumagsak ang mga negosyo sa bansa dahil nga sa COVID-19. Sa panahong ito na hirap ang ekonomiya, may plus points na agad ang offshore mining project ng JDBC Resources dahil sa bilyon-bilyong pisong buwis na ibabayad dito sa loob ng 25 taon. Kaya sundan po ninyo ang ating serye ng mga video report ukol sa proyektong ito para malaman natin kung ano nga ba ang offshore mining at ang magiging epekto nito sa ating bansa. Paki-like and share po ang mga video na ito para mas dumami ang makakaalam ng ating mga discoveries sa issue ng offshore mining at bakit ito tinatawag ng mga proponents nito na green mining. Stay safe po tayong lahat.